Revenge films.
I got pregnant after 6 months of marriage. But for some reason, my husband thought I was cheating on him, and I was pregnant with some other guy's baby. But I've never been unfaithful to him. The thought never even crossed my mind. I would never do that. It's your baby. How can you even say that? But my husband didn't believe me.
It's not mine. You're cheating on me. I know it.
Being pregnant for the first time was hard enough as is. I didn't need this right now. His words really got to me. I was starting to feel sick. Even when I was struggling with morning sickness, he said,
"We need a DNA test."
Was he serious? And it went on like this. Soon, I knew I had to end things with him. So I started recording him on tape. He had no idea.
You know you're gonna have to pay me if you cheat on me, right?
Then,
It's not mine. Just get an abortion.
he even hit me in the stomach. After a few weeks, I had more than enough evidence. And he was like this the entire time I was pregnant. Then one day, he handed me divorce papers with his signatures on them. He was dead to me, so I decided to hold on to it. He just got worse from there. He harassed me day and night. I got hospitalized due to stress. But he didn't even come to visit me. He even refused to pay for the hospital bill because it wasn't his baby. So I had to dig into my own savings to pay for the hospital bill. Honestly, I was starting to have doubts about having this child. But it was too late to get an abortion. Sure, a child was a blessing, but my husband was so evil. Why should I spend time and money to have his child? I was starting to feel disgusted by all of this. I was losing my mind. But thankfully, I gave birth to a healthy baby a few months later. My husband's parents thought I was cheating on him too. But when they saw the baby, they said he looked exactly like my husband when he was born. I told them many times that he was lying, and they finally realized that I was telling the truth.
I'm sorry.
His father said to me, but then...
But it's your fault too. You made him think that you were cheating on him, so...
Something inside me snapped. They were all dead to me. I was done with them. It was his child too, but I didn't even want to think about him. Then I played the recording of my husband harassing me. His parents turned pale. They went silent. When the other patients in my room saw my face, they gasped. I probably looked really pissed. While I was in the hospital, my husband played the good husband and told everyone this isn't Allie's fault. But after his mom saw the baby, she told everyone that the baby was indeed his. The relatives realized that my husband was lying all along. Some of them knew that I got hospitalized due to stress. At first, they thought it was due to guilt, but now they realized that it was all my husband's fault. I had no intention to forgive him. So after I got home from the hospital, I sued him for defamation. I also sued some other relatives who treated me like crap. They tried to blame my husband for everything, but I didn't care. A few weeks later, I got a divorce. But the baby looked exactly like my ex-husband. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to love him. And when he gets older, he's probably going to look more like him. I don't think I can handle that. That's how much I hated my ex-husband. What if I became an abusive parent? What if I abandoned my son? After much thought, I decided to put him up for adoption. My parent-in-laws heard about this. They said they'd look after my son. They told me that my ex-husband was even willing to help, now that he realized that it was really his son. But I said no. "You're putting him up for adoption! Give him back to us!" said my ex-husband's mom. But after everything they did to me? Hell no! Then, I got a call from the adoption agency. They told me they found someone. Turns out, the woman was my parents' friend's daughter. They've been trying for years to have a child, but couldn't. So they started thinking about adoption. After much thought, I decided to say yes. They said they were still going to keep trying to have a baby of their own, but they promised me to raise my son as if he was theirs. About a month later, they came over to my house. After meeting them, I knew that they were good people. I knew I could trust them. A few weeks later, I got a lot of calls from my ex-husband and his family.
How dare you! You gave away my son! You're cruel!
They called me all kinds of things. Good thing I got it all on tape. Then I went on to sue the relatives. I had more than enough evidence. They all had to pay me in full. It took some time, but finally, I think I can move on. Mom still calls me from time to time, asking me if I want to see my son's pictures, but I always say no. It's not that I don't love him, but the moment I decided to give him away, I was no longer his mother. They were. But I guess Mom still misses him. I hear she still keeps in touch with her friend's daughter to see how her grandson is doing. Honestly, I don't mind at all. And I don't regret putting him up for adoption either. I was not fit to be his mother. I'd rather see him grow up in a loving home than around me. A lot has happened, but I'm ready to move on with my life. I really hope everything works out for my son. Some of you may disagree with my decision, and that's fine. But I still think I made the right call.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.